In the remote archipelagos of Indonesia, a prehistoric monster still walks the earth. This is the domain of the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard in existence.
Growing up to 10 feet in length and weighing over 150 pounds, these reptiles are living dinosaurs. They have ridges. Their skin is reinforced with osteoderms, functioning like chainmail. This natural armor protects them during terror.
They do not rely on sight or hearing to find their next meal. Instead, they use a highly developed sense of smell, aided by their forked tongue.
By collecting scent particles from the air and depositing them on the roof of their mouth, they can detect the smell of death from miles away.
While they look sluggish, the Komodo dragon is a master of the ambush. Patience is their greatest weapon, waiting hours for the perfect moment.
Their mottled skin provides exceptional camouflage against the dry leaves and dirt of the savanna. To a passing deer, they look like a fallen log.
Prey on these islands is plentiful but skittish. A deer must constantly be on high alert, but the dragon's stillness is deceptive.
Underneath that scaly exterior lies explosive power. They can accelerate from 0 to 13 miles per hour in a split second.
Their vision is suited for detecting motion. Once they lock onto a target, the waiting game ends, and the violence begins.
Inside the mouth are 60 curved, serrated teeth. They are designed not to crush bone, but to tear through soft flesh like a saw.
Scientists compare their teeth to those of a shark. They are constantly replaced throughout the dragon's life, ensuring they are always razor sharp.
For decades, it was believed that toxic bacteria in their mouths caused prey to die of infection. This was only half the truth.
Recent research discovered sophisticated venom glands located in the lower jaw. The Komodo dragon is not just dirty, it is truly venomous.
The venom is a complex cocktail of toxic proteins. It is designed to induce shock and prevent blood from clotting.
The ambush is launched. The dragon bursts from cover, closing the distance to the prey in a heartbeat.
The bite is not about holding on. It is a bite and retreat tactic. The dragon sinks its teeth in and pulls back violently.
As the jaws clamp down, the glands are squeezed, flooding the deep wounds with the hemotoxic venom.
The prey often escapes the initial attack. To the untrained eye, it looks like a failed hunt. But the dragon knows better. The dragon does not chase at full speed. It simply begins a long, slow walk, following the scent trail of the fleeing animal.
Inside the prey, the venom takes effect immediately. It causes blood vessels to dilate, leading to a massive drop in blood pressure.
The toxins also contain anticoagulants. The wound refuses to close, and the prey continues to bleed profusely as it runs. Shock sets in quickly. The animal becomes dizzy, weak, and unable to think clearly or move efficiently. The dragon tracks the specific scent of the weakening animal. It knows exactly where its victim is going.
There is no urgency in the dragon's movement. It knows the venom is doing the hard work. It conserves energy while the prey fades. The scent of blood is strong. It attracts other dragons from miles around, all converging on the dying prey.
Hours may pass, sometimes days. Eventually, the blood loss and shock become too much. The prey collapses, unable to fight.
The dragon arrives. It does not rush the final approach. It approaches with the confidence of an apex predator.
The prey is often still alive when the dragon arrives, but too weak to defend itself. The end is brutal and inevitable.
It is rarely a solitary meal. The kill becomes a communal, albeit chaotic, feast for every dragon in the vicinity.
There is a strict hierarchy. The largest, most dominant males eat first. Smaller dragons must wait their turn or risk injury.
They are voracious eaters. A Komodo dragon can consume up to 80% of its body weight in a single sitting.
Their articulated jaws and expanding throat muscles allow them to swallow huge chunks of meat, bone, and hoof without chewing.
Nothing is wasted. They eat the skin, the bones, and the hooves. They are the ultimate cleanup crew of the island. After such a massive meal, the dragon will find a sunny spot to digest. The heat helps their metabolism break down the food.
Aside from feeding frenzies and mating season, Komodo dragons live solitary lives. They patrol their territories alone. When mating season arrives, the solitary peace is broken. Males engage in wrestling matches to prove their dominance. These battles are tests of strength. They stand upright, using their tails for balance, grappling like sumo wrestlers until one is pinned.
The female watches the display. She will only allow the victor, the strongest male, to approach her.
In this brutal kingdom, only the strongest genes are passed on. The cycle of life here is dictated by raw power and lethal efficiency.
After mating, the female prepares a nest. She digs a decoy nest to confuse predators, protecting her true clutch of eggs.
She lays around 20 eggs. Unlike birds, she will not incubate them with body heat but relies on the warmth of the earth.
For several months, she guards the nest fiercely. But once the eggs hatch, her maternal instincts vanish completely.
When the hatchlings emerge, they are vulnerable. They are brightly colored and only a foot long, a stark contrast to the adults. Instinct tells them to run up the nearest tree. The ground is a danger zone, even from their own kind.
Komodo dragons are cannibals. Adults will happily eat young dragons if they catch them on the forest floor.
The young spend their first few years in the canopy, feeding on insects, geckos, and bird eggs, safe from the giants below. Only when they are large enough to defend themselves do they descend to the ground and claim their place as apex predators.
They hold another secret. Females are capable of parthenogenesis, virgin birth. They can lay fertile eggs without a male.
This evolutionary trait ensures survival. A single female washed up on an island can establish a new colony all by herself.
Despite being reptiles, they are surprisingly intelligent. In captivity, they have been known to recognize keepers and even play.
They are also excellent swimmers. They can traverse miles of ocean to reach neighboring islands in search of food or mates.
Being cold-blooded, they must manage their body temperature. They retreat to burrows to escape the intense midday heat.
Mornings are for basking. They need the sun's energy to fuel their muscles before they can begin the day's hunt.
Even massive water buffalo are not safe. While too large to kill instantly, the dragon uses its venom to play the long game. A single bite to the leg delivers the toxin. Then, the dragon retreats, knowing the buffalo's size will work against it. The buffalo retreats to dirty water to soothe the wound, but this only accelerates infection, combining with the venom to weaken the beast.
The dragons wait for days. They are the definition of patience, knowing a feast is inevitable.
While they are skilled hunters, they are also opportunistic scavengers. They will eat carrion just as happily as fresh kills.
As human populations grow, conflict is inevitable. Rangers on the islands carry forked sticks to keep the curious dragons at bay.
The Komodo dragon is a vulnerable species. Their range is limited to a few islands, making them susceptible to environmental changes.
Ecotourism helps fund their protection, but it requires a delicate balance to ensure the dragons remain wild and undisturbed.
As adults, they have no natural enemies. They sit undisputed at the very top of the food chain in their ecosystem.
These giants can live for over 30 years in the wild, dominating their territory for decades. Many underestimate their speed. They can outrun a human over short distances, making them extremely dangerous if provoked. Their tail is a weapon in itself. Strong enough to knock down a deer or break a human's legs, it is used for defense and combat.
Their claws are not just for gripping prey. They are powerful digging tools, used to excavate burrows and nests.
They have an efficient metabolism. Because they eat so much at once, they can survive on as little as one large meal a month. While smell is their primary sense, they can hear, though they struggle with pinpointing the source of high-pitched sounds.
They are relics of a time when giant lizards roamed Australia and Indonesia. They are the last of the megafauna lizards. Despite their size, they are adaptable. They thrive in dry savannas, tropical forests, and tidal zones alike. It is the combination of stealth, power, and venom that makes them perfect hunters. Nature rarely creates such a complete killing machine. They are survivors. They have endured volcanic activity, rising sea levels, and changing climates for millions of years.
Their skull is flexible, allowing it to absorb the shock of struggling prey and the impact of biting into bone.
For the local people living on these islands, The dragons are a constant, dangerous neighbor that demands respect and caution. Today, climate change and habitat loss pose the greatest threat to their future. Their island home is shrinking. Conservation efforts are crucial. Protecting their habitat ensures that these living dinosaurs do not fade into history.
They are a national treasure of Indonesia and a symbol of wild, untamed nature.
Uncompromising, lethal, and patient, the Komodo dragon remains one of the most fascinating and terrifying predators on Earth.
As long as these islands remain, the dragon will reign supreme, a timeless king in a modern world.